Okay, let's move right into the web book and show you what we have. I'm sure there'll be a lot of questions, but let me just get through the demo first. And it's not finished yet, of course. So there's two parts to the web book. The first part would be what we'll call a control panel. So you will be logging in to a website to control your site or sites. So if you're a management company, you'll be able to see all your sites and manage them directly from one site. Or if you're just a single property, you'll just be able to go into one of your sites. It'll go directly in there, and you'll go in and set up your description. So for instance, if we come over to here, you'll be able to set up descriptions and maps and your confirmation letter and what you want on the footer, your general hotel policies and different things. And there's a lot of configuration options that you'll be able to go through right here on the website to select how you want things to display, what you want your confirmation letter to look like. Do you want to do these particular items? And there's just a whole bunch of different options and you can see it's all web-based, so it's very, very simple, very easy to use. How do you want to show a rate calendar? What languages you want to show? Um, Interfacing with Twitter and Facebook. Do you want to show the weather? Things like that. Um, the thing is using IQ WorldLink, all this information is going to be sent up to the IQ webbook. So a lot of this information is going to be integrated behind the scenes, but you will be able to go in. Let's say this is a suite, and all this information is going to come from your room master, but you will be able to then go in and then attach pictures of the room. And not only will you be able to attach the pictures to the room very easily, but you'll be able to simply crop them, put in some captions, change the size, and just drag and drop and drag those pictures to each of your room types. So that we think is a cool thing. The next thing that is going to be more than what we have with roommaster.net. Well, everything I showed you here, even on the room types, that's a lot more than we have with roommaster.net now, because you only have just a few pictures, or it's kind of complicated. Here, you're just going to hit edit, drag and drop the pictures, resize them, and things like that. So that's going to be much easier than what you're used to now. The custom fields, you will be able to interface all of your 6 custom extra fields. So if we were to go into Room Master, oops, let me just start up this database. So if I were going to go into Room Master, and we have these extra fields here that everybody knows about right here, you can now take any of these 6. Maybe you want the second one and the third one, or you just want the first one, but you can integrate these extra fields into your booking to get the information directly from the guest. So, for instance, if you have this particular first one being arrival time, so this particular custom field is arrival time, and that one you want to get from the guest, you could go in here and set this to arrival time, and you can also designate whether it's required, and you can put in even the options. So in this particular case, I put in morning, afternoon, evening, or late. So I can put these options. I can translate these for French and Spanish or any language. So what happens is when the guest is booking, they will have an option of arrival time. They will have to select one of those options. And when they do that, and it comes in, you'll automatically see that information right here on the arrival time. So that is a new feature that you can't do right now with the current RoomMaster.net, which we think is very powerful. You can make these freeform, or you can make them drop down. So in this particular case, this will say room location. If there aren't any options, then it would be freeform and the guest can type anything they want. In addition to these 6 fields, you can then do an additional 6 fields. So you have up to 12 things that you can ask the guest. And when you do that, that information will come into the notes down here. So for instance, if we were to add a custom field, we could ask them something. Let's say we could even type of wine or whatever. But if we were to ask them that, or do you need a favorite type of pillow? Say, if we did something like type of pillow, we can set it to required. And then we could go in here and we could say fluffy or feather or whatever. Now we have a custom note of type of pillow, and when the guest books, they can select that item and it will say right here, type of pillow equals fluffy, type of pillow equals feather. So you can get that integration directly. So that we think that's very powerful and gives you a lot of flexibility in capturing information from the guest. Another thing is all the text is changeable, just like you can with RoomMaster.net, but more importantly, it's not only is it changeable on one language, it's changeable on any language. So you can add German, French, Spanish, Chinese, or whatever. So you will be able to go in and modify each of the text and set the language or use our existing defaults. So you have that flexibility. The branding and themes is not set up yet. That's still in development. And that is going to allow you to set the colors and the styles and the fonts through what we call a bootstrap, which is a bunch of set styles that you will pick from, and then you will take that and you will further modify it to be even more consistent with your website. So it's going to be something like that. We'll have a dashboard to show how many reservations have come in and things like that. So this would be like what the control panel would look like. So I hope that gives some information. Chrissy, am I missing anything on the control panel that you think I should add, or that anybody's talked about?
Maybe I may have missed it if you covered promotional codes.
I know. The promotional codes would be where you can set up a promotional code, and you can say that that promotion is only available between this particular time. And if they do that promotional code, then they're booking into this particular marketing source or booking source, which we would say user field 1 and user 2, or that it's specific to a rate so they can get a particular discount. So you could put in book at our website and use this promotional code repeat, and if they put in the promotional code repeat, that will automatically use the REP guest loyalty rate code. So in that particular case, they would get the 10% off or something like that. So you do have the ability to have set up promo codes. In addition, the add-ons will go directly from RoomMaster up to IQ Webbook. So when you do use IQ Webbook and you're in the configuration, you'll see this tab down here, and here are the add-ons. And these particular add-ons you would manage here in RoomMaster, and they will go up to IQ Webbook, so you can do the add-ons. And I'm going to show you how that all works in a second. Okay, so that's really about the control panel. There's still a lot of stuff that we're working on there dashboard information. And we're going to be working with Google Analytics as well as another analytics. So we're hoping to have two analytics, and it would be as simple as just going to a configuration screen and putting in your Google Analytics ID, and that's it, and it will just handle that. And we'll be even giving you our own analytics, and we can tell how many are mobile versus web. We can have a picture of a map and show where people are coming from and looking at stuff. So you'll have a lot of analytics here in the first pass when we get this out the door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to Blue Lagoon for a second and show the landing page of Room IQ Webbook. Now, just be aware that we will have a booking widget. You'll be able to interface this directly with your website, so it comes over to here. But this would be a main page or a landing page of what we'll call the new roommaster.net or IQ Webbook. In this particular case, it's our demo Blue Lagoon Suites, and I can just click over here, and I have another demo here of one of our customers, Custard State Park Resort. As you can see, you'll set your picture here, and because it's fully web mobile responsive, as I change this, you can see that now there's 3. Now it goes into a mobile type of look, and as I go down even to a small device, these change to icons, and so it immediately goes into a mobile look, just like that. And as you can see, we have the Bluebell Lodge and the Blue Lagoon Suites, and at the top, this happens to be 4 things that they would like to say, which I took from their website. Whereas Blue Lagoon, I may want to say hotel rooms and suites, dining activities, and maps. So you will have the ability in the control panel to come over here, and you'll be able to set up to 4 different things that you want, and you can even do it in the different languages. Now the cool thing is it's really powerful because you can just do it based. So for instance, if I click on who we are, this will just come right up. Let me just go back to here. Oops. And you'll be able to just paste in as much text that you want, just like that. Or if you want to do history of, it's that you can do it, you can make it look like anything. So it's really, really cool. So you'll be able to do 4 things that are important to you up here. And this is where they would change the language. So let me just go back to the landing page here. I'm going to go to Blue Lagoon actually. So on a landing, the one thing that we have is a calendar, and we're coming up with 2 designs, which we call single or double, and this will open as double. And one of the things we have here is a view, rate, and calendar. So if they click on it, not only when the pull down comes down to, but the rates will even show in the calendar. So this is the lowest rate available. So as somebody goes through and they're shopping, you're able to view the rates directly in the calendar. It's slow because we're using a development system, so it'll be a lot faster than that in a real production environment. But you can see that we do show the rates. And so the user can turn these on, turn these off. Another thing is you'll be able to do rooms or multiple rooms. So if they want to book one with 1 adult and they want to book a 3rd room with 3, so you can see just how easy it is to book multi-rooms. You can turn off children if you want, or you can even turn off this option, of course, and just do 1 room. And then the big thing is the rate options, is you will be able to do multi-rates. So if we just click on check availability here, what we have is we have the carousel, which is you can just move just like this to show all your rooms. And as you go through, it will update down here information about the room. You're not seeing much on the screen because I'm in a small mode here because I wanted to make sure it fit on everybody's monitor. But what's cool is this is the lowest rate, but as you can see, it's showing all the rates. So they can book and look at the different rates that easy. And if you turn on another rate, it just appears. So you can see just how quickly it appears just by clicking. It's like a program, which is really cool. And then you can put your pictures of your room, and they can scroll through the pictures, which is pretty cool. And then if you don't like going through here, you can sort them. But this is a screen that we're working on. It's not going to look like this. It's going to look a lot cleaner. Tyler's got a brand new design. But the concept would be the ability to see all the rooms on one page with all the features. So we can see that smoking is allowed if it has a balcony. We have new icons coming, so don't worry. But you can take a look at the different rooms and the square footage and how many rooms are at the property, and go through in a comparison view or in a carousel view. But again, don't worry about this look. It's going to look a lot cleaner and a lot better. So let's just say we were to want more about this, know more about this information. We could click here, and it will explain the deposit requirements, the rate information, give the discounts, and really what's cool here is it'll even give you the details on the taxes, so they can see the breakdown of each tax and how each tax is computed and what the different taxes are, and that's all fully integrated with Room Master. One other cool thing is, as you can see, this is if I go to here, this is showing you the map of the property. This is not working, but it's going to show the temperature of what's going on at that property, and your Twitter and your Facebook. So you'll be able to control these. You can turn these on and off, but we just think these are kind of cool. Okay, so if I were to book this, another thing that will happen is once you book it, it will go into add-ons. So you'll see these add-ons here, and we're going to be integrating these with pictures. But you'll be able to add add-ons. So if you want to add the golf package, you could go through and do add-ons, pick the date that you want the add-on, and things like that. We're going to clean this screen up. This is just initial development, but it'll look a lot cleaner than this in the end. We're just looking right now for functionality, but just to show you that you will be able to do the add-ons, and what it shows is on this page, once you book it, all the information is on one page. So to book it, it's not like roommaster.net. So you'll be able to put all the information. So you have your name and address, and this, whether or not you want to agree to future marketing materials, and that will integrate directly into the guest profile and turn the switch on and off whether they want that. The full integration with the type of phone number, so they can say whether it's a mobile or an evening contact. And then this is what I showed you on the extra fields, which is how they can go through, as we did, and put that information in real easily. Now, it breaks down the room, and if there were a discount, it would actually show, like for instance, if I come over here and do, let's just do a longer room, a longer stay. Ooh, do we have any availability? Let's see. Interesting. I thought we had availability on Blue Lagoon, Chrissy. That's kind of
You've
odd.
got sold out dates in June, due July.
Okay.
Sorry. It's
Oh,
in testing.
you were testing something?
I was testing inventory, so you've got sold out dates in June.
Oh, you took away my inventory. Okay. Thank you. So if we do, I'm trying to just show the discount thing. Okay. So yeah. So in this particular case, they can break it down, and what we're doing is we're giving the seventh night free. So we'll show the guests that they're getting the seventh night free. We'll show them that they're getting a discount, and we'll show them the nightly breakdown, which you can turn on and off. But in this particular case, it's showing them that they would have paid the $4.99, but they got it for free. It shows them they got a discount, and then they can go ahead and book it. So when they book it, there's three things that happen over here on the right, and that is a full description of what they're paying for, a full description of the rate, which is the rate policy or the cancellation policy, and then you can have your standard hotel policy, which is controlled here in the control panel here for a hotel policy. So you'll be able to do to show the rate policy and the hotel policy. And then at that point, you put in the credit card information, and there is a checkbox. I understand and agree with the booking conditions and privacy policy. So if they want to know what it is, they would even click there, and the policy will be right there. So this is definitely exactly what people need for credit cards and chargeback. So it's as simple as checking that box. What I'm going to do is just to show you that this isn't smoke and mirrors. I am going to create this just to show you that it actually works. We'll put the state, that the country that you're in, so that it's always at the top of the list, and see how that says city, state, and zip code. But if I were to come over here and I were to select Canada, then it automatically changes to province, and they'll be able to just select the province. So it's really powerful. I think it's pretty cool. So as you can see, you can put in a whole bunch of pieces of information. You can put these are automatic. You just select which card types you have, and it will put that there for you. Highlights that it's a Visa card. If they don't know about the security code, they can just put this here and they'll explain it to them. And when the reservation is booked, oh, I knew something would happen. It's too bad. I think it's because I was doing add-ons, but the last page, I don't want to go through the whole thing, but the last page, it will show a confirmation, and it will also have a button that will say add to your calendar. They'll be able to click on it, and it will be able to go right into their iPhone calendar, so that it will actually create the calendar object for your, if they're using their phone or whatever, and they can print it out and print out a confirmation. So all that is there. Christy, what am I missing?
I'm getting several questions about how do I upgrade to this? How do I install this? And what is the price going to be? And if it's available for all editions of Room Master. So I think we probably want to cover that because I've gotten multiple questions on that.
Okay, so to start, this is cloud-based. So the advantage to the new IQ Webbook is this is cloud-based, which means we are going to manage and host this and handle it for you. You don't need a server, you don't need a web server, you don't need an SSL certificate anymore. You don't need to do anything. You would just, when you buy this from us, we will set this up and we'll turn it on for you, and we will help you with your guide you through setting this up. So if you had a power failure or Roommaster wasn't working on your site, you'll still be able to take reservations. So it's going to be off-site. We are going to handle this for you. It's cloud-based. So you would have a link on your website that would go here that would handle this. What was the next question, Christy?
The next question is it available for all editions of Roommaster, or is it a Premier only?
No, no, no. It's going to be available for all editions through IQ WorldLink. All you need is IQ WorldLink, and you'll have this. So absolutely. So it's definitely for all editions. As we talked about, we've stopped development on Roommaster.net and we've moved over to this because we feel this is where we're moving to. We're going to keep supporting Roommaster.net, but we're going to put most of all our effort into this project right here. And the biggest thing is the ability to see all the rates at one time. That's what we think is going to be the main selling point here, as you can see. So they can look and pick which rate is best for them in low to high. So we think that's really, really cool.
And then the final two questions were, does this replace my GDS provider? And I can answer that one really quickly.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, this IQ Webbook is a booking engine. So if you are currently using a booking engine from TravelClicks, SynXis, LuxuryRes, your GDS, whoever's providing you GDS representation, it is not replacing that. This is a booking engine only. So we are not going to be hosting, you're doing your GDS representation to send out to all the channels. But you can move to using IQ Webbook as your booking engine on your website. So when a guest comes directly to your website and they click on to make a reservation, they would come to IQ Webbook. And then keep in mind, I know we have a lot of properties that maybe don't even require GDS representation. You're in you're a smaller property, or you're in a very unique market, and you don't really need that GDS, but you do want to have maybe Expedia and Booking.com, and then of course have a booking engine on your website. And in that case, yes, we could handle the whole thing for you, because we do have direct connect interfaces to Expedia and to Booking.com. Those go through IQ WorldLink, and then you can have IQ Webbook on your website for guests that are coming directly to your website. So there's various options, and then later this year we also have we're adding to our direct connect interfaces, and we'll have Trust available as well. So we'll have 3 direct connects available, and then of course we'll have IQ Webbook available. And then finally, the last question, Robert, was pricing. Did you want to grab that?
Thank you. And yeah, and pricing is definitely not out yet, but it's going to be in the same level of what we do right now with our Booking.com and Expedia, where it would be with the pricing would start at 58 cents a reservation. And then the pricing will be different depending on the number of rate types and room types, but the base pricing would be that we're looking at is 58 cents a reservation, which we think is nothing compared to what's out there now. People charging $7 a reservation or something. The base pricing we're starting is at 58 cents. And what else?
Okay, and then just final couple of questions. Lots of questions have come in actually, but final question being, how's the inventory and rates updated? And that is updated using IQ WorldLink. So if you currently are interfaced through IQ WorldLink with your GDS provider, or maybe with Booking.com or Expedia, you know that your inventory and your rates are being updated automatically. So it's set on a cycle every morning. What we call a full load is sent. It's a full refresh for the next 365 days. And then in 5-minute cycles throughout the day, IQ WorldLink is waking up and checking your forecast file to see if any changes have occurred in the inventory. And all of those changes are sent through to your GDS provider, to Expedia, to Booking.com, and once you go to Webbook, they would be being sent to Webbook as well. So you are not manually updating anything. Everything is coming from Roommaster and going up to IQ Webbook, and then also we'll probably have it on a 3-minute cycle to pull reservations down. So as reservations are made on the booking engine, they will automatically post into Room Master coming through IQ World Link. So if you currently use roommaster.net, yes, you have a true it's the inventory is checked immediately as a guest is clicking on check inventory. So all you're doing when you're moving over to IQ Webbook, you're gaining a whole lot, getting a lot more benefits. There's a lot more functionality to the booking engine, and also you're no longer having to host that booking engine. So if you have intermittent internet issues, or just having to maintain that web server, having to maintain the SSL certificate, having to have an IT consultant to handle all of that for you, you move away from all of that because we're now hosting that booking engine for you. So there's a lot of benefits to moving over to Webbook, and we fully believe that a 5-minute cycle, 3-minute cycle, you're perfectly okay on your inventory, and you can always hold back inventory if necessary if you don't want the booking engine to be able to sell you out or sell you down to the last room.
And this particular, since we're going to be using very high-end Microsoft Azure servers, they'll be located in different parts of the country. So we'll be farming these out, and they're not going to be sitting in Tampa. They're going to be actually Microsoft servers. They'll be very high-end servers, and we will be offering a couple of things. One is that we'll be offering higher level. So if you don't want the 5 minutes, we're going to be doing what we'll call almost real time. Whereas the reservation is booked, we'll be offering a second level of service. In addition, that when the reservation is booked, that it will actually come down to your system within 15 seconds rather than waiting the 5 minutes. So we will have that option. We're still looking at that. But the inventory is going to be updating very quickly, and it's going to be a lot faster than what you see with other booking engines. But it's not a roommaster.net. So if you come from a property where you're selling one room type per one room per room type, this is not going to work for you. And roommaster.net is real time. That's sitting on your server. So it's checking inventory real time, it's booking real time, and it's at the same time that your clerks are booking. So if you need that 100% to the exact second real time, then you'll continue to use roommaster.net. But if you want the functionality and the ability to put this off in the cloud and take this off your IT staff or whatever, then you want to move to this. So I hope that answers that question. There will be additional costs other than the 58 cents a reservation. Oops. Of course, there'll be a startup cost. I mean, the startup cost will. Everybody knows our type of pricing is not expensive, so we're trying to. We don't have those costs yet until we get the final development. Once we're done with the final development, we're going to look at how much we've invested into this, and then finding out how we have to recoup that cost. But it won't be that expensive, of course. And the reservations go right into Roommaster, no different than the GDS reservations. So they'll be flagged. You'll be able to flag them. Your staff will be able to see them coming in. They'll go through it. They'll look just like a GDS channel, Expedia, Booking.com reservation. It would be just like that. And then again, as you'll see more and more functionality as we go through the webinars. I think that's good enough for now, Christy, because we're already at 40 minutes in. We should move right on.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Thank you. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great afternoon.